In one of your interviews or by Adi Achint, you mentioned that the Shans are mostly Baptist today, but they are the ones who brought Vishnu idol to Manipur in the 15th century. The place where the temple is built is called Bishnupur. Bishanpur it used to be called. Now it's Bishnupur. Okay. And thus came Vishnu Priya. Well, the Vishnu Priyas are not really, are they really Meiteis? Are they really Manipuris? They claim they are the original ones, but I'm not sure about that at all. Anyhow, Bishnupur, right. The Shans were known as Pongs by the Meitei kings. In The Twilight of Burma, there's this movie, right? The Austrian lady who married the Shan king was named Mahadevi. Why didn't India capitalize on its roots in the Shan state? Manipur shared borders with Thailand. Yeah, correct. So going back to the map, where's the map? Here's the map. Shan state, right? Northern Burma. So we're talking about northern Burma here, Shan state, and that used to be obviously a Vaishnavite region. And the kingdom of Manipur was much larger in the past, whereas yeah, the king of Manipur had captured Mandalay as well at one point in time. Long story, yeah, so it was a much larger entity, Manipur, and Shan state was a neighboring kingdom. And today, the people in the earth who live in the erstwhile Shan state are mostly Baptist Christians who have been converted to Christianity by American missionaries in the past century or so, similar to what happened in India's Far East, again done by American missionaries with the help of Mr. Nehruji um, in the past 100 years or so. Um, so now coming back to your question, um, so the kingdom of Manipur in the Shan kingdom had good relations, and the Shan king brought a Vishnu statue Murti to Manipur in the 15th century, and eventually Manipur adopted the path of Vaishnavism. The kings did that, and eventually the whole of Manipur became Vaishnavite, syncretized with the original polytheistic culture, Sanamaism, which is called Sanamaism in English. So we had this, right? Shan state was Hindu. Today it's Baptist. So the question at the end you're asking is a pertinent question. Why didn't India capitalize on its roots in Shan state, civilizational and cultural roots in Shan state? Manipur shared a border with Thailand. See, if you look at the geography, okay, let's go back to the map. Shan state was Hindu. Myanmar was Hindu and Buddhist, originally Hindu. Thailand was Hindu. Thailand still has lots of Hindu elements. Their kings are still called King Rama of the Chakri dynasty, right? Singapore, Hindu. Malaysia used to be Hindu. Indonesia was all Hindu. The Philippines were Hindu. Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, all were Hindu. You had Hinduism all the way to the Philippines. Tibet was Buddhist. Gandhar was Hindu. We had Indian roots all over the place, right? So the question is, why didn't India capitalize on its civilizational and cultural roots in Shan state? Well, I can give you the example of Tibet. Tibet, when India became independent in 1947, was an independent entity. It should have been India's protectorate. Tibet was part of the Indosphere. But what did we do? We handed Tibet on a plate to China. When the Chinese troops started starving because it was so far from China, the government of India sent thousands of tons of rice to the Chinese soldiers. That's how we dug our own grave and ended our civilizational existence in Tibet. After 1947, the governments of India have been Hindu-phobic governments, secular governments. Anything that has anything to do with money with Hinduism is anathema. Hinduism evil, Hinduism bad, Hinduism backward, Hinduism regressive. Let's not have anything to do with Hinduism. That's been the policy of every successive government of India after 1947. Right? So that's why India did not capitalize on its cultural and civilizational roots in Shan state. I mean, nations like Burma, like Thailand would have been very happy to have had India as the protector, the military protector of the region, but India did not want to play the role. And that's why the US had to step in. We just opened up the space. If we ceded the space to the US, right? In 1947, India had the most powerful navy in Asia. Do you know that? What on earth did the governments of India do after 47? I really wonder. So India simply abandoned its children. India switched off its civilizational status. India reduced itself to a nation state. Forget about Shan state, forget about Thailand. How did India treat the states in the Far Eastern regions, Manipur, Nagaland, etc.? Stepmotherly treatment. Nehru opened up the whole place for Christian missionaries, Baptist missionaries, and shut the door for all Hindu and Indic religions. The consequence of this is that in a few decades, the whole region was civilizationally destroyed, culturally destroyed. The beautiful indigenous culture of Nagaland destroyed. Much of Manipur destroyed. Arunachal, it's happening now. It's still happening. It's not like it's from the days of Nehru. It's still happening, by the way. Still happening. So India failed to capitalize on its civilizational roots even in India. So this all boils down to a lack of leadership or a lack of quality leadership. It's tragic what India has done to itself and still continues doing.